In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can add videos into the video game Arma 3. This tutorial will show you how to play videos directly on the screen, for example as an introduction like this. Or during a mission like this. Or even in a small size on the screen like this.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
We will also cover how to start and stop these videos. And also we will look at how you can make the videos play for all players or just for specific ones. The first thing we need is a video to play, and that video needs to be in the OGV file format. The software that gives you the most control over the video quality when converted into the OGV format is FFmpeg. This is a free open source software and can be found at FFmpeg.org. But there's a little problem. Videos converting by the newest version will in the game have the video and audio mismatching, and you will see that the video has a higher speed than usually.
Do you want to share your Oshi to the masses? In these easy steps, converting your squad has not been easier. Set your screen object's variable to Oshi screen. Choosing a screen with the texture setting in object specific will make things easier. After that, pass your video and picture inside the mission folder. The video should be of the OGV file type, and the picture can be off PAA or JPEG. Then place down a trigger, set it to true, and choose activation time. Then in the on activation field, you drop this code, spawn. Video, shock, video file.ogv, saver.
You will not notice this on the video outside the game.
Do you want to share your Oshi to the masses? In these easy steps, converting your squad has not been easier. Set your screen object's variable to Oshi screen. Choosing a screen with the texture setting in object specific will make things easier. After that, pass your video and picture inside the mission folder. The video should be of the OGV file type, and the picture can be off PAA or JPEG. Then place down a trigger, set it to true, and choose an activation time. Then in the on activation field, you drop this code, spawn. Video, shock, video file.ogv, saver, shock, picture file, PA, Oshi screen. Set object texture.
According to the Bohemia Interactive Wiki, this is a bug. So we have to use the older version of FFmpeg. And according to the wiki, the last working version was 4.0.2. We can find a link to this version of the software on the Bohemia Interactive Wiki page for the OGV file format. Now, click on the link to the Win64 version and this will take you to a new page. On this page, click on the Download Here button. Clicking on it will start the download of the pack. When the pack has been downloaded, you can head to its location. Here, you can either unpack the WAR pack or open it with a program like WinRAR or 7-zip. If open with a similar program like this, head first further into the folders to the point where you have the 3 folders, bin, doc, and presets. Now head into the bin folder and copy the exec file called FFmpeg. Now you want this exec file to be inside the folder where you have the video you want to convert. So I pass this file inside the folder where I have the video called Videoception located, we want to convert to the OGV format. Now, in the address bar of the File Explorer, write in cmd and press enter. This will open the command prompt with the folder already set as its path. Then, to be enabled to use the FFmpeg program to convert the file we want, we need to use this code. FFmpeg -i input point mp4 -c:\v libtheora -q:\v7 -c:\a libforbis -q:\a4 output.ogv. We can find at the Bohemia Interactive Community Wiki on the page for OGV file format. So, FFmpeg. This will call on the exec file FFmpeg. We're doing the converting. If you change the exec file name, you have to also change the name here to match the exec file name. -e. This notes that the following file is the input file. Input.mp4. This is the file we want to convert. So we need this part to have the same file type and name as the file we want to convert. Since my file is called videoception, I want to change out input with videoception. -c:\v. This notes that the following text is the video codec we're going to be used in the converting. Libtheora tells us that the video codec used is going to be Theora. -q:\v. This notes that the following part is the quality of the video. Theora uses a scale between 0 to 10, where a higher number equals to a better quality and a lower number equals to a lower quality. A higher quality will also give a larger file. 7 tells us that the video quality will be around a high quality. -c:\a notes that the following text is the audio codec we are going to be used in the converting. Libforbis tells us that the audio codec used is going to be Vorbis. -q:\a. This notes that the following part is the quality of the audio. Like Theora, Vorbis uses a quality scale, and in FFmpeg it's between 0 to 10. Where like previous quality scale, a higher number equals to a better quality. In this case, 4 is good enough for the audio. The last part of this code is the output file, name and format. Since I want this to be in the OGV format, I leave that part. But I want the file to have the same name, so I put down the name videoception here. Now, the code for me will look like this. FFmpeg -e videoception.mp4 -c:\v libtheora -q:\v7 -c:\a libvorbis -q:\a4 videoception.ogv. I will copy this and paste it into the command prompt window and press enter. Now the converting will start. It may take some time based on length and size. But when you are finished, you have a video in the OGV file format ready. And that's how to use FFmpeg. If you want a more detailed tutorial, I recommend watching the video How to use FFmpeg, link in the description. So, when you have your video ready in the OGV file format, you can place the video file inside the main mission folder for your mission. But if you want your mission folder to be a little more cleaner, you can create a new folder inside the mission folder. Name it video, for example, and place your video file inside that folder. We are first going to take a look at how you can create a setup with an introduction video. So the video I have placed here is called intro video. You can name your video file mostly whatever you want. Just remember that name. With that, we have the video file ready and can move on to the scripting. Inside the mission folder, create a SQF file. Name it initPlayerLocal, if you don't already have one. This file is executed locally on each player's computer, either at mission start or later when they join the mission in progress. Open that file, and inside it we're going to write down this command. Square bracket, video path, comma, size, comma, FG color, comma, skip war name, comma, piggy color, comma, keep aspect, square bracket, spawn, bis underscore FNC underscore play video, semicolon. Video path. This one is required, and it is a string. It is here you write in the file path and file name of the video file you want to play. Size. This is optional and is an array consisting of 4 variables. The first variable is the position of the left border of the screen. The second variable is the position of the top border of the screen. The third variable is the width of the screen. And the fourth variable is the height of the screen. This array defines the position and size of the video on the screen. Take note, the video will not be structured to fit if the aspect ratio of the screen is not the same as the aspect ratio of the video file. FG color. This too is optional and an array. This array defines the foreground color of the video and is in the format of RGBA. So the first variable defines the redness, the second variable defines the greenness, the third variable defines the blueness, and the fourth variable defines the opacity. Skip war name. This is a string and is also optional. Here is where one places down the variable name the function should check for if it is true to skip the video, also stopping the video. The default value here is bis underscore FNC underscore play video underscore skip video, but you can decide to make your own variable stored in the mission namespace. Then, when you give the named variable the value true, the video will skip. Piggy color. This is an array and is optional, like the parameter FNG color. This array is also in the format of RGBA, but instead of being the color of the foreground of the video, this array defines the color of the background of the video. Keep aspect. This is a boolean and is also an optional parameter. The default value is true. If true, the video will keep its original video aspect ratio. If false, the video will stretch to match the screen aspect ratio. But for now, the only relevant parameter for this function is video path. And here we are going to assign this using a local variable called underscore video. So the line is going to look like this. Square bracket underscore video square bracket call bis underscore FNC underscore play video semicolon. Above this line, we will define the local variable underscore video with the path of the video file. The reason why many are doing it this way is simply to make the setup a bit clearer. If you place the video file directly inside the mission folder, write it like this: underscore video equal quotation marks intro video point ogv quotation marks semicolon. But if you place the file inside another folder within the mission folder, you need to include the folder name as well. Since I have placed the file inside a folder named video, I will write it like this: underscore video equal quotation marks video backslash intro video point ogv quotation marks semicolon. And that's it. Now, when players join the mission, they will be greeted by your chosen video. But before we continue into the tutorial, I want to make some comments here. First, the game will not pause when a video is playing, and players will still have full control over their units. So they can move around, shoot, and even get shot where the video is playing on their screen. The next thing is size. Adding a video file to your mission will significantly increase the size of the mission file. This can lead to longer download times for players in multiplayer seasons, and in some cases it may even result in players getting kicked from the season due to timeouts. So, while I will be adding more videos to the mission throughout this tutorial, I will only include one video at the time when showcasing things in multiplayer. If you don't want to have a big file size for your missions, here is two alternatives. One is to prepare a YouTube video and have it pop up when the players join the mission by using the open YouTube video command. The second is to create a mod and place the video file inside that mod. You can then refer to the video in the mod rather than packing the video into the mission. I hope this little info dump helps making you aware of some potential problems that may arise when using videos in your mission. But playing a video on the screen isn't limited to the start of a mission. You can also set up a trigger to play a video when it's activated, whether for players, a specific group, or even individual players. And that is what we are going to take a look at now. How to make a video play for a specific group of players who enter a specific area. For this demonstration, I will be using a different video file called triggered video. The first thing we are going to do is head back into the mission folder. Here we are going to create a new folder named functions. Inside the function folder, create another folder. You can name this one almost whatever you want, as long as you remember the name. Here I'm going to name it Play Video Category. Now, open that folder and create a new SQF file inside it. I am going to name the file fn_play triggered video.sqf. But again, you can name it mostly whatever you like. Just make sure the file name starts with the fn_prefix. Next, open that file. Inside, we are going to write the same script setup we used in the initPlayerLocal file. So we start with defining the local variable. _video equal question mark, video, backslash, triggered video, point ogv, question mark, semicolon. Then we write the script who is calling the function bis underscore fnc underscore play video. Square bracket underscore video, square bracket, call bis underscore fnc underscore play video semicolon. Once that's done, we can save the file and head back up to the main mission folder. Now, we need to open the description.ext file, and if you haven't one, just create one. Inside this file, we are going to define the SQF file we created earlier as a function. To do that, we will first need a class called sfg functions. To create it, just write class sfg functions braces semicolon. Next, inside this class, we are going to create a new class. This class is going to be the tag class, and this will normally define the tag who is going to be the prefix of the function we are creating. A good practice is that the tag should be unique for you. Don't use tags like bis or some mods tag. A tag could be 2 characters long to 8 characters long. It can be composed of letters and numbers, but the letters must be uppercase, and the tag must start with a letter. Here, in this tutorial, I am going to give the tag the name tyst. The setup is similar to before. Start with class, then put down your tag here. Then, after writing the tag, place down some braces and end it with semicolon. After this, inside the tag class, we are going to create another class. This class is going to be the category class, and this will define the function's category in the function viewer. And normally, the category folder the function will be loaded from. So like previous, start with class, then the name of the category folder we created previous. So play video category for me, and then add some braces and a semicolon. Now, inside that class, we are going to create our last class. This class will be the function itself, and you should use the name of the file we created earlier, but without the fn prefix. So we start like the previous class with class, then the function name, play triggered video, but end it here with a semicolon. And that is for defining a function. So now at mission start, this script will now be compiled and saved as a function. If you are using a script many times, it is recommended to turn it into a function for better performance. In our case, the main goal is to make it easier to run this script in a multiplayer setting. Now, head back into the Eden editor. Here, we are going to create a trigger. Set it to be activated by any player, for example, and make sure to check server only, so the code runs only on the server. Then in the onActivation field, place down first this line of code. Underscore players in list equal or players select bracket underscore x in area this trigger bracket semicolon. Underscore players in list are a local variable will be created when the trigger gets triggered. All players return a list of all players in the mission, including both real players and virtual entities like headless clients. Select will select an element from the array who are given based on the condition set. This condition might be a boolean or a position in the list or a statement. Underscore x is what one can call a magic variable, and is an engine-maintained variable. In this instance, this will represent the current element of the list who are getting checked. In area, we'll check if the given object position is in the given area. This trigger is also what one can call a magic variable, and we refer to the trigger itself. So, in our statement, we are checking if the element checked from the given array is inside the array of the trigger. If the element is, then the element is included in our local variable. In simple terms, if a player is inside the trigger area, then they will be added to the underscore players in list array. Now, we are going to add a final line code inside the onActuation field of the trigger. This line is square bracket, remoteExec, square bracket, question mark, tyst underscore fnc underscore play triggered video, question mark, comma, underscore players in list, square bracket, semicolon. remoteExec is used to tell the server to execute a given function on specific machines. In this case, the function is tyst underscore fnc underscore play triggered video, which we created earlier. The target machines are defined by the list we created just before this line. That is the underscore players in list array. This means the function will only run on the machines of the players who was inside the trigger area when the trigger got triggered. And that's it. If we check it out now, you will see that the player who moves inside the area will have a video playing on the screen. But meanwhile, the player who are outside the area didn't get any video on their screen. But do you remember what I said earlier? But before we continue into the tutorial, I want to make some comments here. First, the game will not pause when a video is playing, and players will still have full control over the units, so they can move around, shoot, and even get shot where the video is playing on their screen. Therefore, we may want to add a safety exit from the video for the players, in the case of if they come under fire. And that is what we are going to take a look at now. So head back into the SQF file we created earlier, called fn underscore player triggered video. Here inside, we are going to add some event handlers. An event handler will watch for a specific event happening, often towards or around the object, group, or in the mission it is attached to. When that event happens, it will execute the script given to it. The events we want to watch for are suppressed, fired near, and hit. To add an event handler to an object, the command addEventHandler are needed. Setup for this command looks like this. Target, addEventHandler, square bracket, question mark, type, question mark, comma, brushes, code, brushes, semi-bracket, semicolon. Target. This can be an object or a group based on the type of the handler. This is going to be the object or group the handler will be connected to, and react to the event happening by, to, or around it. addEventHandler. This is the command. Type. This is a string, and defines what event the handler should react to. A list of events and what type they are can be found at the Bohemia Interactive Community Wiki on the page Event Handlers. Code. This is the spot where you place down the code you want to be run when event triggers the handler. Now, we are going to insert a new line above the line that codes the video to play. On this new line, we will add our first event handler, which will react to the suppressed event. The line will look like this. Underscore suppressed I H equal player addEventHandler square bracket question mark suppressed question mark comma brushes mission namespace set variable square bracket question mark bis underscore fnc underscore play video underscore skip video question marks comma true square bracket semicolon brushes square bracket, semicolon. Underscore suppressed IH. This is a local variable we created to store the index number for the event handler. This allows us to refer to this event handler later. Player. We want to attach the event handler to the player. Since this function will be run on each machine for the players who we target with the remoteExec command. Player is going to refer to the player unit for the player the script is running for. Suppressed is the event we want to watch for and is here giving us a string. This event will trigger when the enemy projectile is passing by closer than a given value to the ammunition used. Then inside the code block we have this. Mission namespace. This is the namespace for the mission. A namespace is a container for variables. A mission namespace are the default namespace for the global variables. Set variable is the command for defining a variable. Bis underscore FNC underscore play video underscore skip video is the name of the variable we want to define and is given here as a string. As mentioned earlier in this tutorial, skip warning. This is a string and is also optional. Here is where one placed on the variable name the function should check for if it's true to skip the video, also stopping the video. The default value here is bis underscore FNC underscore play video underscore skip video, but you can decide to make your own variable stored in the mission namespace. Then, when you give the named variable the value true, the video will skip. If you haven't defined your own skip variable name when you are calling the bis FNC play video function, then this variable is going to be the default one. If you have defined your own skip variable name, replace bis underscore FNC underscore play video underscore skip video with that variable name. True. This is the value we are assigning the variable to have. We want it to be defined as true, therefore we set it to be true. We could add another parameter to this command after the value parameter, having it also to be true, thus making it a public variable. But in this case, we're not so interested in that. Take a note. I mentioned earlier that mission namespace are the default namespace for global variables, meaning you don't need to use this command to set the variable bis underscore FNC underscore play video underscore skip video to be active and true. You can define this variable by using this setup. Bis underscore FNC underscore play video underscore skip video equal true semicolon. Now that we have set up our first event handler, we want to copy this code and then paste it right below the original code. We're now going to create a second event handler, which will watch for the fire near event. The code fired by this event handler will be the same as the one used by the suppressed event handler, so you don't need to touch that. The only thing you need to change is the local variable. Rename it to underscore fired near IH. Just like before, this variable will store the index number of the event handler. Then we need to change the event, so replace the event suppressed with fired near. This event will be triggered when a weapon is fired near the object it's attached to. It will also be triggered if the unit itself is firing a weapon. So this code line for this event handler should look like this. Underscore fire near IH equal player addEventHandler square bracket question mark fired near question mark comma brushes mission namespace set variable square bracket question mark bis underscore FNC underscore play video underscore skip video question mark comma true square bracket semicolon brushes, square bracket, semicolon. Now, we are going to follow the same setup for the third event handler. Copy one of the previous event handlers and paste it below the second one. This event handler will handle the hit event. First, replace the local variable at the beginning with _hit IH, so we can store the index number for this event handler. Then replace the event name with hit. This event is triggered when the unit is hit or takes damage. This will give us a code line for the third event handler, who will look like this. _hit IH equal player addEventHandler square bracket question mark hit question mark comma brushes mission namespace set variable square bracket question mark bis _fnc _play video _skip video question mark comma true square bracket semicolon brushes square bracket semicolon. Now, if any of these events happen to the player or players with a video playing on their screen, the video will be forcefully exited. You can kind of leave it as is, but that will mean all three event handlers will continue running for the rest of the mission, setting the variable's value every time they are triggered, which is not ideal. You may want to clean this up. Also, since the skip variable is now set to be true by default, any video you try to play afterward will automatically be skipped, unless you have given them another skip variable. So let us clean this up. Now, we are going to create a spawn code block inside the script file. Place it below the event handlers. A spawn block will look like this. Square bracket, spawn, brushes, semicolon. The spawn block will allow us to create a scheduled environment where the code executes in succession, ensuring one code finish before the next begins. This will help us with the cleanup process. Before the spawn block, we can add arguments who can be passed into the block as parameters. So here we are going to create an array containing the 4 local variables we have defined earlier in the script. _video, _suppressed IH, _fired near IH, and _hit IH. The reason we are adding these local variables to the array is that they will not exist by standard within the code block we have created here. This means that if we try to refer to them directly, they will return nothing. However, if we add them as arguments and define them, we can use them inside the block. Now, inside the code block, we are going to use the params command, who in our setup is going to look like this. Params square bracket quote marks _video quote marks comma quote marks _suppressed IH quote marks comma quote marks _fire near IH quote marks comma quote marks _hit IH quote marks square bracket semicolon. This command creates local variables based on the arguments passed to it. If no arguments are provided, it will default to the magic variable _this, which, inside the spawn code block, is an array containing the arguments passed before the block. The output is defined by the array that follows the command. The elements of this array are strings and must begin with the underscore. It is their position in the array, not the names, that determines which argument they are connected to. This means you can rename the elements to be different from the argument names used in the array before the spawn, and they will still refer to the correct arguments, However, for clarity, I will reuse the same names. After this line of code, we are going to move the line that calls the video to play inside the spawn code block. Then, after this, we are going to add 3 removeEventHandler commands which have this setup. Target, removeEventHandler, square bracket, question mark, type, question mark, comma, index, square bracket, semicolon. This command looks very similar to the addEventHandler command we touched on earlier. Here, we again have the target, which can be an object or a group, depending on the type of event handler. This is the entity to which the event handler we want to remove is attached to. Next is the removeEventHandler command itself, which removes the specific handler from the target. Then we have type, which is a string. This represents the event that handler is reacting to. To remove a specific event handler, we need to know what type it is. Finally, instead of having a code block like in addEventHandler, we will now have the index number, which is a number. This number represents the placement number of the event handler and starts at 0 for each object, increasing with 1 for each event handler connected to it. So, our first removeEventHandler command will be placed directly below the line where we call the video to play. Previously, we attached the event handler to the player, and now we want to remove it. Since this function will also run on each machine for the players targeted with remoteExec command, player will refer to the player unit for the player the script is running for. Therefore, we will use player here. Then, our first event handler was for the event suppressed. So now we want to remove that event handler. We will use suppressed as the type. Remember, this is a string. Lastly, we will use the local variable we created earlier, which was passed into the spawn code block. This local variable saved the index number for the event handler. So now by passing this variable into the command, we don't need to know the number. Therefore, we will write underscore suppressed EH where the index number should be. Now, the first removeEventHandler command should look something like this. Player removeEventHandler, square bracket, question mark, suppressed, question mark, comma, underscore, suppressed, EH, square bracket, semicolon. Then we can copy this line of code, paste it below, and change suppressed to fire near and underscore suppressed EH to underscore fire near EH. So the second removeEventHandler command should look like this. Player removeEventHandler, square bracket, question mark, fire near, question mark, comma, underscore, fire near, EH, square bracket, semicolon. Now, copy this line again and paste it below. This time, change fire near to hit and underscore fire near, EH to underscore hit EH. The third removeEventHandler command should look like this. Player removeEventHandler, square bracket, question mark, hit, question mark, comma, underscore hit EH, square bracket, semicolon. We have now written all the required lines of code. However, if you want to play more videos in your mission without having to create a new custom skip video variables each time, you should add this line. It's an auto set variable command, but this one resets the skip video variable to an empty value. So we will write this line at the end of the spawn code block. Mission name space, set variable, square bracket, question mark, bis underscore fnc underscore play video underscore skip video question mark, comma, nil, square bracket, semicolon. As you can see, this line is mostly the same as the set variable command used inside the event handlers. The only difference is that here we set the variable's value to nil, null, none. Meanwhile, inside the event handlers, we set the value to true. And that's it for this part. Now, when this function is called, each player will have their own event handlers monitoring events where they might be suppressed, hit, or when a gun is fired nearby. Then, the video starts playing, and if any of these events occur for a player, their video will stop. If the videos end, either by timing out or be skipped, or the event handlers will be removed. In this example, the skip video variable will also be reset. So, we have now gone through how to play a video at the start of a mission, how to make a video play for a specific players during the mission, and how to stop a video once it's playing.
But what if I want to play videos like they do in Halo 4?
While you were busy, I managed to clear up another transmission from Infinity.
Sounded like he said.
Okay, let us check that out. Let us first head back into the video folder in our mission folder. Here, I have added a new video in the OGV file format with the name dialogue video. Next, we can head back into the mission folder, then into the function folder, and then into the player video category folder we created earlier. Here, we are going to create a new file called fn_play dialogue video. Since we want the script to become a function, this file name needs to have the prefix fn_ in the beginning. Now open this file. The first thing we are going to do inside this file is to create a local variable that holds the path to the video as its value. So we will write it like this: _video equal $video / dialog video .ogv ? Semicolon. Now, the next step is to create another local variable. This local variable is going to define the size of the video we are going to play, and will also be an array. So, we start with _size, then the equal sign, and to make it an array, use a pair of square brackets. And don't forget the semicolons. Inside the square brackets, we will define the position and size of the video. The first two elements in the array will define the uppermost left corner of the video. The first argument will be the X position, and the second argument will be the Y position. Then the two last elements in the array will define the width and the height of the video. Now, for the first argument, here I will use the value safe zone X. This value will return the left border of the screen. Since I want the video to appear in the upper left part of the screen, but not directly against the egg, I'm going to multiply safe zone X with 0.95. Next, we will build on the value safe zone Y for the second element. This value will return the top border of the screen. As mentioned earlier, I want the video to appear in the upper left part of the screen, but not directly against the egg. Therefore, I'm also multiplying safe zone E by 0.95. Now that we have defined the position of the video, we can move on to its size. For the third element, we will use safe zone W, which return the width of the screen. We want the video to be small, so here I'm going to multiply safe zone W with 0.2. Finally, for the last element, we will use safe zone H, which return the height of the screen. As with the previous dimension, we want the video to be small, So we will also here multiply save zone hey with 0.2. So the local variable is going to look like this. Underscore size equal square bracket save zone x asterisk 0.95 comma save zone y asterisk 0.95 comma save zone w asterisk 0.2 comma save zone hey asterisk 0.2 square bracket semicolon. Now we just need to call the function bis_fnc_play video with our two local variables. So under our two local variables, insert this code. Square bracket underscore video comma underscore size square bracket core bis underscore fnc underscore play video semicolon. Then we are finished here. Now we need to just remember to define the script file as a function. So head back into the mission folder and open up the description.ext file. Here inside the class play video category, which we created earlier, we are going to add the following line: class play dialog video semicolon. Now we are going to create a trigger that will call the function when it's activated. Start with placing a trigger and setting its condition. In this example, I will set the condition to not a live test balloon. Next, I will set the trigger to server only because I'm going to use remoteExec to call the function. Then in the onActivation field, I'm going to write these two lines of code. The first are used to make an array of all players from the brute force side. Underscore players blue equal all players select brushes side underscore x equal sign west brushes semicolon. Then the next line of code uses remoteExec to run our newly created video function for the players in the list from underscore players blue. Square bracket remoteExec square bracket question mark tyst underscore fnc underscore player dialog video question mark comma underscore players blue square bracket semicolon. Then I will just place down a balloon in the editor and give it the variable name test balloon. And with this setup, when the balloon is destroyed, the video will play in the upper left corner of the screen at a smaller size. You will also notice that the video plays only for the blue player on the blue force side, where it does not play for the red player on the red force side.
So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success. Well, you're gonna wake up and work hard at it!
And that's it. I hope you now understand how to make a video play at the start of a mission, how to play a video for a specific player or players inside the mission, how you can stop a video playing, and how you can define the placement and size of a video. Thank you for watching. If you have questions or want more information, feel free to leave a comment about it.